Shea again. I'm just giving everyone an update on the pink room. I last left off the video feeling like super confident and ready to get some of the things that I said I'd get. So the first thing I wanted to get was a bookcase for my office. I found one on Wayfair that I really liked and I waited for the right deal to come my way. I'm not very handy, even though I try to be, so I got my husband's help, but it didn't fit where I originally placed it, so I shifted it on the other wall, and it looks a lot better. As for the mid-century posters, that was a whole other problem. I'll say this later, but it's really hard for me to find the dimensions in the frames that I wanted. If I wanted like a white frame or a black frame, that's fine, but I wanted a gold frame, and that was harder to find. I went to a Michael's first, had a coupon I wanted to use, and I couldn't find what I wanted. Then I went to a Target, and there were a few gold ones, but none in the size I needed, at least in person. So I had no choice but to order it, which I did through Amazon. And that's not all. The worst part for me was aligning these on the wall. I wanted them symmetrical and neat, and for the life of me, I just couldn't. But after an hour, we finally said, looks good enough. And yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle for the last few days. I still need to get some other things and buy some more cutesy office supplies. That's what'll be next on my plate. I already have a ton of other accessories in my room that I want to display, but for now, I just need to make the finishing touches. For me, that'll be a couple of days. For you, that will be in a few seconds. So please enjoy the finished product. I'll see you in a bit.
In the hallway, I know you know what I'm about to tell you. I've just realized that you can't let go. It's something about me and you. So let me stay here a little while, at least until I calm down.
This is actually the most finished project of the pink room, as I call it. A work-from-home office that doubles as a guest room. It's basically a 2.0 of the original pink room, but it has now been adjusted for a more mature look. So let's take a look around. As you can see, my space is based around 3 colors: cream, pink, and gold. I know this might seem like a basic color scheme right now, or maybe a bit too girly for a guest room, but I believe that this is just an enjoyable color scheme for an office, bringing an energetic yet calm pink, as well as some character to an overlooked room such as a guest room. In the last video, I discussed some furniture pieces I had already purchased, such as my bed frame, the desk, and a sadly broken ottoman. But now I'm going to go around and introduce a few new pieces and accessories. First, we have this lovely bookcase by CosmoLiving. This is a Camilla 5-shelf bookcase. It's relatively medium sized when it comes to bookshelves, and I kind of tower over it. I'm 5'8", it kind of happens. On the bookshelf, I've added a bit of my own personality and color. To give the room life, I've added this fake plant I got at Target for about $8. I actually picked it because from afar it looked so lifelike, and I need that since I have a penchant of accidentally killing plants. Next to that, I have the first of 3 Polaroid cameras. This is a vintage Hello Kitty Polaroid and carrying bag exclusively from Japan. I started collecting Polaroids a year ago during the pandemic, not sure why, but something about Polaroid 600 cameras are just completely aesthetic. On the shelf below that, I have a collection of hard-covered vintage pink and rose books. This is more for aesthetic reasons rather than an avid reader's stash that I read, because I definitely look like the kind of girl that enjoys... Hold on a second. George Bell, Bishop of Chichester. If you aren't like me, and you aren't a big reader, but love a monochromatic look like this, you're in luck, because there's actually a lot of retailers on Etsy that sell books like these in sets of any color you want. Do you have a Tiffany blue color scheme? There are books for that. I wanted my books to look a little bit worn and well-loved, so I ordered a set of vintage rose-colored ones, but be aware of those shipping costs because sometimes they can be ridiculous. On the right of my books, I have another Polaroid camera. This time, it's a Barbie Polaroid camera. This is actually created by Retrospect. They make these from recycled Polaroid cameras, which is pretty cool. They also have a lot of other Polaroid cameras and other vintage and retro tech, so if that's your thing, go check them out. I've always really liked their selection. And is that my camera as a keychain for $10? And on the bottom 3 shelves, I have one more Polaroid camera. This time a Disney theme one with a Mickey Mouse on it, because even I have been bought out by our mouse overlord. I also have a few pink storage items from Project 62 from Target. Can't recommend Project 62 enough. They make such cute modern pieces, as well as a writing journal and a Dolly Parton book, because she's my queen. On my desk, I have plenty of those Project 62 pieces, including these really cool scissors and a stapler. I have one of the newer Macs in the pink red colorway as well, which if I had only one major complaint about it is that I wish it weren't red on the back. Not a hater on the color, just would have liked something similar to the rose gold colorway. Underneath my Mac is a monitor riser because, like I've explained, I'm rather tall for a girl and, well, I tend to slouch at my desk. This one is from Potty Barn Teen, and it's a bit pricey for what it is, but I liked the storage and USB ports it offered, so that's cool. Then of course there's my beautiful collection of mid-century modern chick flick posters. I had a hard time actually getting a frame for these lovely posters because they're actually a not so common shape. They're 12 by 18, and I've only seen poster frames made of black, flimsy plastic that you would see in a teenage boy's room with one of the many Twice girls in it. If you're curious about these posters, they do have a website called Prints and Giggles, and they don't just do chick flicks. They have classics like Alien, It's a Wonderful Life, and even Cars, if you like Lightning McQueen to watch you while you sleep. Good shoot. And if movies aren't your thing, they also have TV shows like Mad Men and New Girl, 2 shows I enjoy and highly recommend. These can come in smaller prints or big posters like you see on my wall. Either way, I love them. Then near my bed, I have 2 beautiful tables of different styles. The one on the left is from Target in the Pillow Fort collection. Since I've had this for a while, it's not available for sale anymore. On the other side, however, is a table that you can still get from Target. This is from Project 62. It's a marble round table. It's a great end table that has a actual real marble top. It retails for about $90, and it really does spice up a room. If I had one real complaint about the table, it would be this. The marble can be a bit weird. Let me explain. When Jimmy and I bought 2 of these, we kept seeing better looking ones at Targets around the area and ended up returning them for prettier ones. So the marble patterns can be different, and shipping them into your home adds that extra risk. If you'd rather see one in person, I usually see at least one in the Targets around the Houston area, so more than likely that should be the case as well. Last but not least is one more item from Target because I am utterly predictable. This is the Jocelyn brass leg bench, and honestly, I think this may be my favorite purchase from Target thus far. Surprisingly, very nice quality, and the bench feels so much more sturdier than my last one, which was also from Target. If you're not a fan of the pink, it does come in 2 more colors in a velvet fabric, such as navy blue and a beige, or a cream linen fabric. That's all for the furniture pieces. I do have other items in the room, such as these lovely Project 62 curtains and curtain rod. It's kind of embarrassing, but a lot of my pink room is mostly from Target. They offer pretty cool items for not so high of a price. Anyways, so that's the pink room. I'm thinking of adding a few things in the future, like maybe a hedge wall and a neon sign, but what do you think? Is there something I should add to the room, or was there something that you guys really enjoyed about the room? Remember to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel if you like seeing an amateur like me try to design and freshen up rooms. Until next time, keep designing, everyone. Bye bye!